Hey, it's Amy Nicholas. Welcome back to the Business Prosperity Show. I am your business prosperity coach, and this is part two. Be sure to watch part one. Go back on my Facebook lives or go back on YouTube if you're not subscribed, Amy Nicholas, to see part one. But this is my top 10 books for business prosperity. And if you're looking to take your business quantum leap in profits, check out createbusinessfreedom.com/profits. And we are going to get into it. So I'm sharing my screen here with Amazon. And number three, these are in no, oh, sorry, number four, these are in no particular order. I'm just got a list of books that were my top 10 that I feel like made the biggest impact business prosperity wise for me. And we are on How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay. Dale Carnegie, classic book. I heard of this book way back when I was young, like a teenager, earlier than that. And I was like, what a funny title, you know? And I think I started to read the book when I was just in like early college years, like 18, 19 years old. And I read it and I was like, I kind of didn't really understand a lot of the concepts. And I sort of thought, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I wasn't ready for the information, I guess. It was okay, but I didn't really go back and reread it. So I had the book for many years and I was studying personal development. I was studying books related to, quitting my job, breaking out of doing, the 9 to 5. And I was like, let me go back and read this book because a lot of people are recommending it. So way I've used this book to help me, skyrocket business prosperity is before I would go to a seminar, before I would go to, an event where I was going to be networking, I was going to be seeing people and just, communicating with other entrepreneurs and such. I would read this book right before. And I would make it a point to kind of space out the chapters where I knew that I could finish the book either as I was getting to the event or like, during the event, I was going to finish wrapping up the book. And that was really powerful for me because it kept the information fresh in my mind. So yeah, super awesome. The tips, when you read the book, you're going to be like, oh yeah, I knew that. That's obvious, right? But the tips are just, it's such a good reminder to go back and reread the book because you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I haven't been listening well to people, or I don't use people's first name, or a bunch of other simple little tips that can easily help you win friends. I mean, the one story that really stands out to me was the author talking to a lady, and he barely said a word during the entire conversation. She talked the whole time. He asked questions and listened. And she was at the end of the conversation. She's like, you're such a good conversationalist. Like, oh my goodness, I love talking to you. And he barely spoke, right? But that's how people perceive it. So that's number four. And then we're going into the next book, number five, The Power by Rhonda Byrne. And I'm showing you the covers because, these are the actual book covers that I own. So I don't, doesn't really matter per se. Oh, looks like we clicked on the audiobook. Sorry. That's exactly what it looks like though. I love the hardcover versions of Rhonda Byrne's books because they're colorful. The inside is fun. Like there's little drawings and things. I don't know if you can see any of that here. No, you can't. But yeah, they're just really beautiful books. The paper is the very good quality. Every time I read the book, I'm like, ooh, I love this book. It's just like fun to read. It's like being a kid and there's illustrations in the book. More adult books should have that, right? Keep us interested. Super easy read. You can finish this book in, a couple of days. It's just really powerful. I like that this is written after The Secret. She took principles from The Secret and expanded on it. And the power, as you'll find out in the book, is related to the emotion of love. And she talked about how love in your life, whether it's love for family, love for friends, love for your work, love for, things around you that are just, material things, whatever it might be, that shapes your life. So when you can use that sort of principle in business and do what you love, serve people that you love, just really expand upon that emotion. That was powerful for me. really a game changer. I listened to the audiobook actually first, and then I bought the hardcover later. So I recommend getting both because she actually reads the book. And there's the way she does her audible audiobooks is that it's super high quality. Like there's sound effects, there's good clarity, good audio, and it's just like listening to a story, you know. So next up, this is a little known book. Probably most people have never heard of it. Spiritual Marketing by Joe Vitale. And he was featured in The Secret along with Bob Proctor and many other people. As you can see, I purchased it 2019. And this book is you read the title and you think it's going to be like marketing principles, you know, businessy, that sort of stuff. And it's really not. It's more about the mindset of how you do business and how you talk to people and how you think about yourself and that sort of stuff. And it comes from this, as he says, you know, creating wealth from the inside out. So working on you and then being able to take you to the marketplace, right? So it's not like this business book. You know, I wouldn't purchase this thinking that, you know, it's going to be like, here's how to market online. You know, it's not like that. So, but it's so good. It's so powerful. It's really easy read. I really loved it. And I think it's only like, I don't know, like 100 pages. Let's see. 136 pages. I mean, super easy read. You can finish this one in a day, no problem. So next up, we have, where we at? Okay, now this is a businessy book. And I say that it was related to business prosperity because for me, this was like the first book I read on copywriting that made sense to me. Okay. Go back to the cover, please. Okay, I don't know why I did that. There we go. Cashvertising is the title by Drew Eric Whitman. So it's it's just all about getting inside your prospect's mind, writing copy, whether it be for your sales page, be for, you know, you do direct mail, whether it be for a Facebook ad, whatever, it doesn't matter. Talking about the psychology of why people buy, how to sell it to them, and all that sort of stuff. And I actually was able to use this book way back in the day when I was publishing ebooks. And I was like, how do I write a description for an ebook that like makes people hungry to buy? And so I used this psychology stuff and was able to create really effective descriptions for my ebooks. So highly recommend it. This is, you know, like I said, straight up businessy book, but it definitely helped me create more prosperity in my business. Next up, this book may be a little bit challenging to find. The Emergency Handbook for Getting Money Fast. Now, the version I have, and this is Carol Dore, by the way. I don't even see the version I have, but let me click. Okay, it does say first edition. Okay. The challenge here is, though, you want the one that says unabridged, not abridged, like this one does say. You want the full book because you want all the good stuff in the book. This one, I don't know, the pages are so small. I can't tell if the table of contents is either it's cut short or it's missing. But yeah, look for the one that's unabridged. I believe, yeah, see if it's only 66 pages, that's definitely abridged. I want to say the one I have is like 150 pages long, something of that nature. And that's the one you want to get. I think I found mine on eBay, if I remember correctly. And I paid a good $65, $75 for it because it's rare, it's out of print, but the information was so powerful. I immediately put the book to use. Oh, and that's how you know too. It says mini. Should not say mini. Let's see if the other one said that. Here we go. Oh, this is a CD. What's this one? Okay, here's the one I got. Spiral Bound. Wow, $199. Okay, that's the exact book I have. Yeah, I found it on eBay a little cheaper, but it just depends. It may or may not be available because there was only so many printed. And yeah, so funny thing is I'd actually been in touch with the author, offering just to help her get like on social media and that kind of thing. I haven't heard back again from her. We had like a quick conversation back and forth, but I haven't heard back from her. She's kind of like out of touch with being online right now. As you can see, this book was made in 1997. So, but the information is just so powerful, so good. And it's not just like how to stuff. A lot of it is the spiritual, metaphysical kind of stuff. And I feel like she shares her personal story in a way that makes all the concepts make sense, and how she used it to visualize herself in an apartment that was like a luxury apartment. She had no money. She was divorced. She was like had terrible credit, and like visualized herself in this luxury apartment, and then money just started coming in for her to pay rent, and just all the things that she used. You know, you can see how it boosted her up financially. And like I said, I started using the book right away when I purchased it, and before I finished the book, I was making money just from using these concepts. So highly recommend it. Okay, so number 9, we are on Your Invisible Power by Genevieve Behrend. And this is one of those books that's going to have multiple covers. Here's the one I like because it's a nice little compact paperback. And it's easy to carry around like in your purse or something. Short book also. This one is a whopping 95 pages. So there you go. People that like to not read a lot or like short books only. And that's the one to check out. Now, she was a student of the guy who studied mental science in depth, Thomas Troward. So she was his only student. And this book, believe it or not, I think was written in 1909-ish, somewhere in the early 1900s. But the foundations of what she's teaching is right on point. Your invisible power is like your ability to visualize, okay? Your ability to imagine what you want and claim it. And I first bought the ebook from the recommendation of Bob Proctor and his assistant, Sandy Gallagher. They're like huge fans of this book. And the information is a little bit like you have to kind of read through it a couple of times because the language was different in the early 1900s. But beyond that, it's very simplistic in nature as to what they're teaching. So, and I say they, but it's only her that wrote the book. She's applying what Thomas Troward taught her and giving it to you. And it's an easier to understand format than Thomas Troward. I've tried to read his books. Whoo! Talk about intellectual reading right there. So a lot easier to understand her book. And last but not least, like I said, these are in no particular order. We're not number 10. Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by the great Brian Tracy. There he is. One of his many, many great books. This guy has put out, I don't even know, hundreds probably at this point. Some of his books are like written with other authors, so I'm not sure exactly how many he's done. But Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. I read this book and I was like, it's just right on point. Like everything he says is right on point. He's a believer of visualizing, setting goals, thinking things into existence. But the difference with Brian Tracy is he's very applicable with business strategy. So if you're like the type of person that's like, well, you know, I kind of understand this woo-woo stuff about law of attraction and that sort of thing, but I need to know how to specifically use it in my life. This is a book for you. Okay. I have on my bookshelf on paperback or hardcover, I have a good like 7-8 of his books. And then I have like 30 other books on Kindle probably from him. And some of his books, he says sort of the same concepts, but each time he says it, it's like in a different way. So don't limit yourself to just, you know, this one book. I feel like a lot of his books are just really, really good. And that's number 10. So to go back down the list, again, if you missed part 1, go back. I'm not going to share part 1. I want you to go back and watch the video. But we went over 4 through 10 today, being How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, The Power by Rhonda Byrne, Spiritual Marketing by Dr. Joe Vitale, Cashvertising by Dr. Drew Eric Whitman, excuse me. The Emergency Handbook for Getting Money Fast by Carol Dore. Your Invisible Power, that was Genevieve Behrend, and then Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life by Brian Tracy. I am a serious student of books. I have a lot of books, kind of ridiculous in how many I have. And I have a lot on Kindle. Have I read them all? No, but slowly make my way through them. I am a fast reader, and if you've ever wondered about, should I waste time on this particular book or whatever, shoot me a message, put it a comment or something. I'll let you know if it's good, if I've read it. Some books I have thrown to the wayside, but for the most part, I read through the entire book. That's just how I am. I can't just I'm not the type of person, because I feel like it is very ineffective to read a book and be like, I need to finish this as fast as possible. Like, I need to get it done right now. I don't enjoy that. I like to read. I like to savor the experience of reading. And so I feel that because, thank you, Lord, I'm a good fast reader, it's already natural for me to do that. But I like to take my time. I've had to slow myself down, in fact, in order to study books properly. So use these for your business, increase your business prosperity, report back to me. Let me know, what's your favorite book? Have you read any of these books? Comment below, which ones you have read, what you're going to check out. And if you're ready to, scale your business even further, books are great. Books are awesome. I don't want to call it like it's the slow route, but it does take time to absorb that kind of information, right? But if you're the type of person that's like, well, I'd rather make quantum leaps in my business a little faster, maybe you're just kind of ready for scaling up in 2022, reach out. Check out createbusinessfreedom.com/profits. Launching a program where working with entrepreneurs to get that quantum leap for yourself and not have to, waste time, basically. So see you on the next video. Take care.